What's going on, everyone? I am the Yu-Gi-Oh! Scrub, but you all can call me Bailey. I am in the same Led Zeppelin shirt as I was in my last video because I'm recording this immediately after I recorded my last video so I can upload something for tomorrow because that's how recording works. I get to record it now and upload it later, but you guys just get to watch it when you want to watch it. Maybe you watch the whole thing, maybe you don't. Maybe you click the subscribe button because I'm at 421 right now. Maybe it's more. Hopefully it is a little bit because I'm recording this in the past compared to when you're watching it. Lovely. Now that we've had our TED Talk, let's talk about this interesting GOAT format deck. I just pulled up my other Yu-Gi-Oh! Account on Dueling Book because it's where most of my old GOAT format decks are, and I found this deck, which I want to say I might have copied, because I don't remember building it at all, but I also don't remember building a lot of things that I used to throw together, because I think deck building might be as much fun as actually playing for me. I'd love just theory crafting, trying to figure out and think about the ratios. But I found this. It was, called Fusion Cat Turbo, and I just love the idea of using the Rescue Cat to get Mystical Sheet number 1, or any of the other things along with Last Will to just start pumping out like Hex Seal Fusions, Dark Seal Fusion, the Rescue Cat, the Mystical Sheeps from the Rescue Cat, potentially Desk Kangaroo, and then fusioning all of them using Fusion Gate and then Dimensional Fusion, just get some crazy fusions onto the board. So let's go ahead, save that, set it as default, and go play some GOAT format duels. Click this button for the viewing pleasure of you all. Still really sad that now that they have ads on Dueling Book, there's that black spot on the side of the screen. It used to fill so perfectly up the entirety of the screen for you all, and now it just doesn't, and no one seems to be wanting to play GOAT format today. They just know that I'm about to demolish them and send them all to the Shadow Realm. The good old days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where if you lost a game, you lost your soul. Apologies, but I do need to check my phone. And now that I've sent a text, I can play. Also, almost missed the ability. I lost rock, paper, scissors. Almost missed my 10-second window to play my opponent, which would have been awful, because I typically complain when people let their 10-second window go all the way down. Opening hand, Rescue Cat, BLS, Desk Kangaroo, Cannon Soldier, and Thunder Dragon. He opens Upstart Goblin into Pot of Greed, setting 1 back row, 2 back row, and a monster. We draw the Hex Sealed Fusion. This is about to be interesting for him. What do you want to pick, buddy? Probably Thunder Dragon or BLS. Yeah, BLS. We'll go ahead and search ourselves 2 more Thunder Dragons. And I think I want to just go ahead, summon Cannon Soldier, and try to attack this monster. Might be a Gravekeeper Spy, might be a Sangan. It was an Apprentice Magician. Interesting. So he's going to get himself a Magician of Faith. Fun ruling in GOAT format is Apprentice Magician does not need to be sent to the graveyard. So if you run Creature Swap with Apprentice Magician and my opponent attacks into the Apprentice Magician, thinking that they would then be able to special summon a monster, I'd actually be able to special summon the monster. So he brain controls my Cannon Soldier. I.e. one... Oh, okay, no, he tributes over. I was thinking, I'm like, is he using the effect? So he's gonna tribute for Dark Magician of Chaos. I like this Dark Magician of Chaos tech that I've been seeing. I don't think it's too new, but it seems like a lot of Chaos Turbo decks are running DMOC in them. So I'll eat 2,800 damage getting myself a scapegoat token, and he has another trap dust shoot. Getting the rescue cat out of my hand. I really want to just have a game where I start going off with the fusion gate and rescue cat. He summons Sangan, banishes a light in the dark for his own BLS. Yep. I'm gonna eat no damage. And he's just gonna destroy all my tokens, which is fine. Graceful Charity. Perfect draw right here, though I feel like he's gonna have a Solemn Judgment. Let's get rid of the Cyber Dragons. We'll then snatch steal his BLS unless I run into a MST or a Dust Tornado. Is a Solemn Judgment. Alright, we're going to admit defeat and go to game 2. Wow, he's not afraid at all. Do I bring in Jinzo? No, I'm just going to go with what we got. Hopefully that, because we're going first, we'll be able to draw some actual good cards. Of course, now that I go first, I draw Thunder Dragon into 2 Thunder Dragons. Do we... I think we'll set the Dark Hex Sealed Fusion so we can put a Dark in the grave. We also have the Cannon Soldier. Cannon Soldier works because of the Last Will. He has Upstart into Pot of Greed again. What can you do? Sometimes your opponent just has it. And Graceful Charity. Lovely. It's fine. It's GOAT format. That's how it goes. I just don't like that I'm running a bad deck. My opponent's running the meta, and I'm losing because of it. But that's how it goes. If I want to play some jank deck, then my opponent's gonna mollywop me. Okay, he discards a Thunder Dragon, and a Call the Haunted, meaning he likely has another Thunder Dragon in hand. He sets a few back row and 1 monster. And ends. Alright. So, what's he going to put back? Putting back Cannon Soldier. He probably doesn't realize that it's really not here for anything. Okay, we'll activate Terraforming. Getting ourselves Fusion Gate. Activate Fusion Gate. And we will banish Thunder Dragon and the Light Hex Sealed Fusion for a Twin Head Thunder Dragon. We will flip summon the Dark Hex Sealed Fusion. And we're just going to hope that this is a Nothing Burger. We will then Dimensional Fusion. banishing Thunder Dragon, and doesn't really matter. We'll go the light because we can put a dark into grave, and making the third twin-headed Thunder Dragon. Now, I don't think we can do anything else because you can only run 3, although you can run as many cards in your fusion deck as you would like in GOAT format. There's no limit on the number. You can still only run 3 of each copy. And we'll just end our turn there. So, unfortunate they had the Torrential Tribute, but what can you do? You guys got to see a little bit of the combo. The combo is basically making 3 twin-headed Thunder Dragons in one turn. And that's it. When it works, it's really cool. When it doesn't work, it isn't that great. I had to go for it, though. I'm not going to let my opponent mess around. You know, I'm going to lose this game. He's running Chaos Turbo. I'm running this deck. I couldn't sit here and hope that he doesn't happen to have Torrential Tribute. I just had to go for it. He brings back a Thunder Dragon. So he could actually Fusion Gate using the Thunder Dragon he just brought back, and what's likely... Okay, he doesn't do that. I'll bring a Spirit Reaper, and I think that's going to be pretty good over maybe one Cannon Soldier. I just feel like his deck is pretty aggro. I haven't seen many things that would be able to get rid of a Spirit Reaper besides some targeting spell and traps. Okay, opening hand, Terraforming, Fusion Gate, Premature, Mystical Sheep number 1, and Light Hex Sealed Fusion. Hitting Premature Burial. I'll discard Fusion Gate because I can get another from the Terraforming, and I'd rather thin my deck 1 card. Draw Royal Decree. So we will Terraforming. Getting ourselves Fusion Gate. And we'll set. And I think we will... Unfortunately, I feel like he's going to have a Magician of Faith, which will really, really suck, because he'll be able to get all these cards out of my hand. Just because that could be the case, we'll go ahead and set Mystical Sheep number 1. So if it is a Magician of Faith getting back Delinquent Duo, he can only hit the Light Hex Sealed Fusion out of my hand. Heavy Storm would be a little bit of a blowout, but he has 2 cards on field, so I'm feeling fine. He just sets another monster and ends. We will go ahead and end our turn after drawing Metamorphosis and setting it. Again, worried about a Magician of Faith. Getting Snatch Steal, same thing. We'll set it and end. He might think this is a jar, which isn't a terrible read. I'll gain 1,000 life points from the Upstart Goblin. I guess I'll let that go through. Kind of want to wait for him to flip a more impactful trap. Even though I would have loved to just take the +1 and negate the Jar of Greed, but he drew so fast that I'm not going to bother. Card Destruction. What's actually funny is I could... You know what? Because it's a really funny play. We're going to take Sangan. And, of course, he's got MST, the one card. I was like, Dust Tornado doesn't matter. I wanted to take a Sangan and then fusion it by banishing it so it won't get its effect into a Sandwich. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to make that play, so we'll set card destruction and end. The opponent sets a back row, goes to battle. I'll eat 1,000 from the Sangan attack. We get Forgiving Maiden. Alright, let's go ahead. We'll Fusion Gate. Banishing the Light Hex Sealed Fusion and Forgiving Maiden to summon a Saint Joan. Next, let's go ahead and attack. He gets an MST. Why'd you get the MST, bud? Can I activate card destruction with no cards in my hand? I feel like I can, because it says discard as many as possible, but I don't know if you can because, like, I can't fulfill it, but my opponent can. We'll just end. He might set... Of course he hits the Decree. That was my one form of protection. Now he's going to get the Light and Dark Engrave. I'm going to look up after this if I can card destruction. And I'm going to be, I'm going to do it right now. Alright, opponent will banish for BLS Chaos Sork. Dimension Fusion would be great. Gee, oh my God, bud. Okay, well, Cyberjar is a good card. Let's look up the card destruction rulings. Cyberjar could be the card that gets me back in here. It's an Apprentice Magician. Getting 2 Thunder Dragons from his deck. He has Jinzo, Apprentice Magician, Breaker, Heavy, Jar. So, I'm feeling okay. He's already used his normal summon. still looking for card destruction. I've now passed it. And I get Rescue Cat. Let's activate Pot of Greed. Getting Scapegoat and Rescue Cat. Activate Rescue Cat, getting Death Kangaroo. Misclick. We will declare. Banishing Mystical Sheep. Let's see what he says. It says nothing. Okay, we'll get Master of Oz. Let's go ahead and try to attack Breaker. He eats a bunch of life points, and we'll just end. I don't want to go all in right now because I want to have Decree on field before I activate Royal Decree. That's fine. Alright, he's going to banish for BLS. Fortunately for me, I have the Scapegoat. So he does get rid of all the tokens. I think that might be a misplay. I do gain 1,000. But we will activate Dimension Fusion. Summoning definitely Death Kangaroo. We have to summon all of them. So 1,200 plus. Let's see. What can I make? I think we just have to obviously make Master of Oz. Declare. Banish this. Banish that for Master of Oz. And then banish this. Banish that for another Saint Joan. Next, can we tribute and make with Rescue Cat anything else? I wish we had 2 Death Kangaroos, then we could. But I don't think we can. I think we're stuck here. We have to obviously get rid of BLS. He eats 1,200. And 2 Magician of Faith are already destroyed. Does he use the effect? He is. And I think we destroy the Jinzo. And we'll destroy the Apprentice Magician. And we'll set another back row and end. Okay. MST would be great. Does he have a Book of Moon? Nope, no Book of Moon. So we lose the Master of Oz. He premature burials. It's fine, we wouldn't have been able to do enough damage to keep that off the field at all. He banishes one of our St. Jones, and we get a D-Mock. Cannon Soldier would have been game as well. We'll go ahead and activate Royal Decree and then attack over Jinzo. Setting Rescue Cat, just as some defense. He uses the effect of BLS to banish the Rescue Cat. I understand why, but I don't know if that's a play I would have made. There we go! We get the dub! Cannon Soldier for game! GG's. Oh my goodness. Wow. What a win. We have to go and just look at this deck. That is insane. Holy crap. That's really, really lucky. I mean, what was that? 1 in 17 or 1 in 16 to draw the Cannon Soldier? Because I'd sided one out. Like, wow. No last wills at all in either match, which is a little crazy, just because we run 3 of them. I can't stop saying wow. That is nuts. I mean, I know this deck, that's exactly what it's designed to do, is put, like, big fusion monsters on the board, but I didn't think it was actually going to work out well enough to beat a, like, true Chaos deck. That didn't even look like a bad Chaos deck. That looked like a fine, regular Chaos deck. So, shows you that anything can happen in Yu-Gi-Oh! Any bad deck can beat any good deck on any given day. It's a little bit like football in that sense, where you never know. Sometimes the bad decks, they come out on top. Just the way the bad teams do sometimes. Just like the 2007 Giants beat the 2007 Patriots. If you don't know, I'm a Patriots fan. I got a chair over in that corner. Like a big leather Patriots chair. Yep, I know I was spoiled for many years, if you guys know football. Many, many years I was spoiled with the Patriots. Many of you probably hated us. I've now accepted, and honestly, the moment Tom Brady left the team, I knew that we were in for like 20 plus years, if not more, of being mediocre, because that's what we were before, and it's what we will be after. I will remain a fan, but I am a smart fan. I will truly say, like, right now I'm rooting for us to lose, because I want the higher draft picks. The worst place you can be is in that middle of the pack where you get not the best draft picks, but you're also really never competing for actual championships. Like the teams where it's like, maybe we make the playoffs this year and then lose to one of the better teams in the first round. Like I don't want to be that. I want to be either win the championship or hopefully get good players so we can win the championship in the future. There's no point in being in that middle of the pack. Regardless, now I'm talking about football, and I was hyped over a win in Yu-Gi-Oh! Death Kangaroo is the new MVP of Yu-Gi-Oh! Look at that card. That's a sick-looking card. Thank you all for watching. I'm just hyped, and goodbye.